For this video, I'm going to be making a nice Valentine's Day heart pendant. What you'll need is an open bezel heart, two smaller open bezel hearts, a jump ring. You'll need a silicone mat, some flowers. You'll need some resin tape, UV resin, tweezers, some gold foil, and this is optional if you want to put any kind of rhinestones on, and these are flat back rhinestones. You will also need some mixing tools because we do have the two dyes, the white and the rose colored, so you'll definitely need some mixing tools. Nice mixing bowl and mixing tool. So to begin, we're going to need some tape, just enough for all three open bezels. And you'll put the sticky side up, and I always fold over an edge just so I can handle it. I'm going to put this one on first. Make sure it's secure. And then these two, oops. These are textured, so they don't stick as well as if it's a flat surface. Okay, and then you can always take this and turn it over and secure this way also. Make sure it's on there. Alright, so first we'll begin with the larger of the two. We're going to be using clear resin for that. So we'll put in a thin layer, actually we'll do it with all three, thin layer of UV resin. And then with a brush and a paper towel, you can pick out the bubbles or burst them, whichever happens first. And then this we're just going to spread a little bit around. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to cure it for 90 seconds. Alright, so while that is curing, we'll take a little UV resin, just enough for the two small hearts. And then, oh, this isn't open. Let me pierce this. There we go. All right. Do 3 drops of the rose. Actually, I think this is, let me see. This is rose quartz. And then a drop of the white. And I'll show you those. and then we'll mix it up. Make sure you mix it thoroughly. It gives it this very light pink color. Okay. And we can also prepare the flowers. And then we'll set that aside. So the first layer is finished. Now I'm going to add another layer down here, just a thin layer. And I don't see any bubbles, but I'm just going to make sure it goes to the edges. Okay. Alright, so now that you have the thin layer in there, we can put some of the flowers in. And you're able to move them around and decide where you want them. While it's still wet. So once you get all your flowers in, next you can put the gold foil. So we just need to get just a piece of it to work with. And then we'll place the gold foil just around the flowers. Okay, once you get the foil in there and it's in the positions that you want, got some stuck on my fingers. We can take some of this pink, which I believe I might darken up just a touch. So I put a couple more drops in. I would like it a darker pink so that it matches the flowers in there. Okay. So I'm just going to use my brush and just add that in. And then we'll cure this for 180 seconds. Now that they're done curing, I can see that these are very light, so I'm just going to add another layer. And then I'm going to cure it for 90 seconds. Now, it's not going to hurt this at all. It's just going to cure it a little bit more. That's fine. So let's cure this for the 90 seconds and we'll be right back. Alright, now that that's cured, I know these don't look like they're pink, but I do believe it's because of the tape. We're going to put a layer of resin on top of the flowers. And what it's doing is, it's not going over the edges, but what it does is it domes on top. So it makes like a dome on top of it. So when you look at it from the side, you can clearly see that it's raised above the edges. And then we'll do a nice layer on these two. There we go. And I see some bubbles, so get those out. And then we will cure this. And I'll show you just a second before we put it under to cure. You can sort of see that it looks like it's lifted above the edges somewhat. Okay, we'll cure this now for 180 seconds. Okay, now that these are cured, we can take them off the tape. Sometimes you can see like there's a piece of tape missing. It gets stuck on the back. So just be careful when you're removing it. And then that little piece I can just either try to get it off with the stickiness of the tape, or I could just pick it off with my finger. And here, let me show you. So pretty, isn't it? And then I can peel these off. Okay, these are sticking a little bit. And for whatever reason, they really don't look like they're pink. That's very, very odd. But I do have to get a little sticky junk off the back, as you can see it. I think this one has a little bit itself. And you have to remove it because if you don't, oops, see on the top, you can sort of see it where it's discolored in certain areas. Well, that's the tape, so you have to remove that. Okay, so after I remove it, I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, I got the tape off. I used a little bit of masking tape and it seemed to peel it off pretty good. So I'm just going to turn this over and then put a layer of the clear on the back. Again, I'm going to dome it. Make sure it goes to the edges. And then I'm going to cure this for 180 seconds. Alright, everything was done curing, and the small hearts they're more like a peach color. So what I did was, I mean, you can make mistakes, sometimes it happens. So what I did was, in another mixing bowl, I used a little UV resin, some ruby, which is a darker red, 2 drops of this, and 1 drop of white. And I mixed it thoroughly, and I did actually do a coat over the peach color to darken it. And then I also made 2 more that are just the ruby color. So once those are done curing, I'll decide which ones I'm going to use with this pendant. Now remember, if you don't want to do the smaller hearts, you can just do the pendant as is. It is quite beautiful, just the way it is. So that is an option too. And as soon as those 2 are done, the 2 sets, I'll bring them out and show you them, and we'll decide which ones look best. This is the pendant, and as I said before, we made a little mistake with the smaller hearts, so I'll show you this first. And the first pair with the peach, I darkened them up a little bit, like I said, with the ruby and white. I don't think they were dark enough yet, but my intention was I was going to put 2, if that one would stop getting away from me, 2 like here on the pendant. I got those, and then these are the rubies, and I did not finish these. I let these stay flat, as you can see, whereas these are domed. You can tell the difference, and plus sideways you can really see how it's above the bezel, whereas these are more flat. I hope I'm getting that in focus. So I looked at it and I thought, well, I kind of want, you know, maybe these on the side, like 2 hearts. But after looking at it, I decided that I do not want the hearts. And remember, I did give you the option of leaving the pendant the way it is, and so that is what I'm going to be doing. So to finish the pendant up, you will need a jump ring and a chain. Now you can use your tweezers to open up the jump ring, or you can just use the pliers. Remember, I said to open it sideways so you don't lose the round shape of the jump ring. And just put that on, and then you can just take your chain, put this on also. So, and then you just close it up and then make sure those two ends meet. And your pendant is done. So what I'm thinking of doing is, since I've made these already, I'll give you a little bonus option of what to do with these. So now you could just take the two and get an earring back and just basically make a nice pair of little heart posts. You could do that. What I was thinking is I'm going to put one, basically the domed one, on top, but just have it slightly over the side of the other one. And I'm going to have them so they're reversed. So when you wear them in your ears, they kind of face both the same way. And then these were like a textured heart, and I have also other textured shapes. So I thought I'll put like a little ring maybe there. Whoops. Something like that, to create a pair of earrings. So why don't we just get started on this? I'm going to need a glass, like a little glass panel. And I need some sticky tack. I'm trying to get the sticky tack. And for the sticky tack, it looks like this. And I'm sure all of you have bought this before for a number of reasons. Put up pictures, little notes, whatever. It's great stuff to have around. Sometimes we use it on our shelves if we have like a little knick-knack we don't want damaged. When it, if it falls off, if you close a door or something. Okay, so we're going to place the darker one first, just flat, like that. And then you'll need a little bit more sticky tack on the other side, because you want this so it's level, so it's like this. But before we put this on, we're going to need a little bit of UV resin, and we'll just stick it in a little bowl. Like so. Just a little. And use your brush and then just dab a little on that side, and then you can place this where you would like it, and then you can just press down on the sticky tack so that it's all level. And then we will cure it for 60 seconds. Okay, and then you can just remove it. And you can see it's on there. So we'll still need this. And we'll just place it back on. And then we'll just take some of the resin and just go over this. You can just do a little over here. Nice thin layer. And then you can add a little more on this side to dome it a little bit. And then we will cure this for 90 seconds. All right, now that both are cured, just take these off. Now remember I said that you can do different options. Well, you could end it here and then just put a back on it if you'd like. Like I said, just use one of these posts. And then you can just, you know, put it up here, apply a little gel, and then you have a double heart earring. Or you could just add just a little bit more and make it just a little bit extra. So with this, I'm just going to add just a little bit of resin and put this on top like so. And then I'll do the same with this one. Now some of these do have openings. They're made like a big jump ring. So just make sure that's on the bottom so it can't be seen, or it won't, also so it won't open. Put a little UV resin there, and then just put that like so. Now if you think it's kind of moving around a bit, again, you can take a little bit of the sticky tack, lift it up with that, and then make sure that the bottom one is on the ring. So let's see, we'll just put a little right there. We'll add just a little bit more resin, and then I'll place that on there like so. And that just holds up the one heart that's a little higher. And then take a look, and then we will cure it for 90 seconds. They're done curing. So now I'm just going to put just a little dab here and then place the smaller circle in there. Just dab it with the UV resin. Sometimes tweezers are a little bit better. We're going to cure this for 90 seconds. Alright, now that they're cured, what I'm going to be doing is using the rest of this resin, and I'm just going to fill in the inside of these circles just with resin. And then I will cure these for 90 seconds. Okay, now that they're done curing, we can remove them. And you can see how they are attached. I'm going to turn them over and put them on just a little piece so that they're level and not falling over. Okay, and then we'll just add another layer of resin on the back, make sure it's secured. And at this point you can also add on your earring post. And make sure you remove the backs first so you can easily put them on. And then we will cure this for 180 seconds. Alright, after that's cured, I'll bring it up a little higher, you can see. We're going to do another layer. Around the earring post. On each one. And you can do another layer here just to make sure it's all secured. And then we're going to cure that for 180 seconds. Now that it's cured, we can just take the sticky tack off. Oops. And you can see the earring, but you can see right there, you can see the post. So what we'll want to do is get that little glass piece, and we're just going to stick it on. Let me see how we're going to do this. Might have to stick the post right through the sticky tack just so it stands up for us. And I might need a little more sticky tack. Oh. I always keep some so I don't have to keep opening my package of sticky tack up. I have it right on the side. A couple pieces extra. I can just stick that in. Hold it up. Alright, so we want to hide that. Now you can mix up some UV with some color and then just put it in the center if you'd like. Or remember at the beginning I said to have an option of some really pretty flat back rhinestones, and so I chose a couple just to see if it'll cover it just a slight touch. It doesn't have to cover that whole circle, but just enough, and I think this is the perfect size. And then plus you got a little extra bling in there. There is a larger size you can use, so we can just take those out and put those on the side, and we could try the next size up, which would be, I don't know if you want to use, like, these are like multicolored rhinestones, and then I have regular, just the clear rhinestones, and I thought these multicolored ones would be quite pretty. Okay, that's the larger size. I think I like that. I think that looks quite nice. Got to get another one here. And then you got that little added bling. Or if you don't like the multicolored, I could show you close up how they, you could sort of see like a little pink in there and There's a little bit of blue. I think those are really pretty. Oops, that one just fell right out. Or we could try just the regular clear rhinestone. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know, what do you think? I think I like the colorful one better because it has that little touch of pink in it. And then these we're not going to use because those are too small. So to put the rhinestones on, you'll need your UV resin again. Little dab in the center. Like so. This one keeps falling over. And make sure that they're level. And then we'll put the rhinestone in the center. And then we'll cure this for 90 seconds. Okay, now the earrings are done curing. And they're cute little pair of earrings you can wear for Valentine's Day. So this just shows you what you could do if you either make a mistake or you change your mind on something that you're working on. Instead of scrapping it and just tossing it aside, you can make something else out of it. And I made these cute pair of earrings. So I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and press that bell for any further notifications of my upcoming videos. Also, if you'd like, please share my videos on either your social media on Facebook or just photos of my jewelry. You can also look at the links below and find links to supplies. Also, you could find links to my artwork, photography, and my jewelry. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Bye-bye.